All right. Here we guys go for here is Mr. Cruz here to give you guys the rundown on NN.14. NN.14, this IXL where we're talking about scatter plots. So with this one, it's pretty cut dry as far as like what you got to do, right? So this one, each question is going to present us a scatter plot with some information, and then it's going to ask us a question that we're going to have to answer based off of the information that we see in the scatter plot. So here it says Annie went to the town carnival last weekend. The scatter plot shows the amount of money she spent and the number of games she played at each booth. How much money did Annie spend at the booth where she played 4 games? So down here, I see it tells me how many games that she played. This one, it says that she played 4 games. So how much money? So I'm literally just following this line to see if I come in contact with how much money she spent, and I see that she spent $6. So here, I would just type in 6 and then submit. This one, the Parkfield Panthers basketball team had their first game last night. This scatter plot shows each player's shots and rebounds. What was the most common number of rebounds the player made? So I'm looking here, the most common number of rebounds. So I would look for, on rebounds, I would look for any number that has more than one, or that has the most plots on that line, on that axis. So it looks to me like 8. So it seems here that 8 rebounds were made at 2 different times. The most common number of rebounds the players made. Yeah, so it looks like 8 is the most common one. So I'm going to put 8. Ziggy's Sandwich Shop bakes fresh loaves of bread throughout the day. This scatter plot shows the number of loaves they baked each day last week and the numbers they had left over at the end of the day. What was the most common number of leftover loaves? So again, I'm looking on my x-axis to see, loaves left over. Yep, how many loaves left over? Which one of these numbers, which one of these lines has the most dots on it? And it looks like 15 right here because I have 3 different plots. So at 3 different times, they had 15 loaves left over. So I'm going to go for 15. All right, we're going to crank this up and go to a harder one. Actually, wait, no, this is the hardest level that we can get to now. Andrew and his friends participate in clubs after school. This scatter plot shows how many clubs the friends are in and how much time they spend in club meetings each week. How many friends spend more than 90 minutes in club meetings each week? All right, so this is a good one because this is giving us a different type of question. So how many friends spend more than 90 minutes? So I'm looking for the 90-minute mark, and I'm looking for anybody that has more. So 90 minutes is here and below. But how many friends spend more? 1, 2, 3, because each one of these points represents a friend. So 1, 2, 3, I see that 3 friends spend more than 90 minutes in a club each week. It says Aubrey has had to shovel her driveway for the past 7 snowstorms. This scatter plot shows how much snow fell in each storm and how long it took Aubrey to shovel her driveway. Fun fact, Aubrey is Drake's real name. Our question down here says there was another small snowstorm at Aubrey's house over the weekend. Afterward, Aubrey shoveled her driveway 20 minutes faster than the lightest snowfall in the scatter plot. How long did it take to shovel her driveway this time? 20 minutes faster than the lightest snowfall. So the lightest snowfall looks like it would be right here. And if this is 2, this right here would be 0. I'm looking at the increments, right? Because I see that it goes in increments of 2. So if this one's halfway, that means that there was 1 inch of snow, and that would have been the lightest. So when there's 1 inch of snow, it took her 30 minutes. So if it took her 20 minutes less, so she got it done 20 minutes faster, that means that she did it in 10 minutes. All right. So these questions, these get a little bit harder because they're actually having you do math computations. But if we big brain and you kind of just like think it through, you should be able to figure it out. Let's do this last one. It says this scatter plot shows how many tokens Logan used and how many tokens he won on some recent visits to the arcade. Logan used more than 20 tokens on several visits. In total, how many tickets did he win on those visits? So when he used 20 tokens, right, there's nothing here for 20 tokens, but our question says he used more than 20 tokens. So I'm looking for anything past 20. So I see he has 2 parts where he used 25 tokens and then 1 part where he used 30. So I'm looking to see how many tickets did he win when he spent 25 and 30, because those are the only 2 times that he spent more than 20 tickets or more than 20 tokens. So he got 50, he got 30, and he got 25. So that would be 50 plus 25 would be 75, and then 75 plus 30 would be 105. So he got 105 tickets on those visits when he spent more than 20 tokens. All right, there you guys go. That is how you would solve some of these answers. I would say if you can get to like 60 or 70, you're good, and then just move on to the next thing. But if you guys need help, feel free to reach out to me, and I got you guys. All right.